Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 20, and we are going to be continuing on with our MotoGP Classic Championship with Kevin Schwantz. So here we are in Le Mans for round 2 of the MotoGP Classic Championship. Kevin Schwantz, Alex Crivier and Wayne Rainey are on the front, as Kevin Schwantz somehow managed to take pole position with me at the helm. Should be a very, very interesting race, this one. The qualifying went extremely well. We took qualifying quite earlier on, and we didn't let go. So here we are, round 2, French Grand Prix, Kevin Schwantz in pole. What can we do here? It's a decent start, just got to keep the front end down. We do quite the opposite, not a good start from Schwantz, as Alex Crivier dives up on the inside, just for turn 1. Jerry McWilliams there as well, as we now break into turn 2, turn 3, turn 4. Alex Crivier leading this Grand Prix already. He has had a fantastic start. Whole shot contact made with McWilliams, as now Crivier gets a 7/10 of a second lead as we get beaten into La Chapelle by Jerry McWilliams. Once again, more contact with McWilliams. He is really pushing Kevin Schwantz now, the British rider is. But we do dive into Musée for the first time of asking, 7th corner of the track. More contact given from McWilliams. He does not care. He is bushing us everywhere as we now try and dive up on the inside of Mick Doohan. He had a torrid time in Jerez as we bump out the Australian. Thankfully, we do actually execute Garage Vert somewhat decently, although we did have to give Mick Doohan a bit of a shove there. But what a lead created already by Alex Crivier. This is going to be a tough man to beat today. He was rapid in the free practice sessions. Oh, massive moment into turn 10. McWilliams takes advantage. Schwantz pushed back down to 3rd. We'll continue to push forward. We'll do what we can as we go into the blue S's. Oh my goodness, Arbe giving the big don't argue, trying to get past. But Arbe can sit back for a couple more laps. Schwantz will not give up the position just yet as we break into turn 13. Get ready for a cornermont in a moment's time. For turn 14, not bad, but still struggling with the wheelies. As you can see, the anti-wheelie is on 4 of 4 in the sense of electronics, and the bike just will not stop wheeling. The absence of a tuck-in button is huge here as we cut the corner, but thankfully no penalty was given. As Jerry McWilliams, he is in our sight into 2nd place, but Alex Crivier, what a start from him. He has been brilliant on that Repsol Honda, and I'm not sure we're going to be able to catch him up if he continues to extend the lead just like this. But we are running the medium front and the medium rear tyre this time. Last time we had a bit of a tough time with the soft option tyre, so we'll see how we get on with the medium front and rear. Mick Doohan has still not let go of 3rd place. He wants to chase us down and beat us for this podium. Of course, we would really like to at least get onto the podium here, starting from pole position. Anything less than a podium will be a bloody big disappointment. So fingers crossed we can still go. So far, no carnage as of yet, which is somewhat good to see, although I didn't get to scream. Of course, you can't have everything your own way sometimes, unless Alex Crivier decides to kick the bucket or just dump the bike halfway down this track. As we tackle the Shimano buff. Nice stuff so far from Schwantz. Not too out of the ordinary here, quite calm and relaxed. Still getting used to MotoGP 20 after playing Ride 4 for so many videos now. It's good to be back in the thick of things with MotoGP 20. It's difficult jumping back to the classic bikes, of course, with the different handling and the different style of electronics, but still, it's a really fun experience. Alex Crivier sets the fastest lap of this Grand Prix, a 1:33.868, and he will continue to lead this French Grand Prix for quite a few more laps, because look how far ahead he is. McWilliams is nowhere near. Schwantz cuts the corner again by mistake, and is handed his first penalty of the race. We'll continue to chase down McWilliams, but with that penalty time, we now need to get even a little bit further, as Roberts and Lawson have a bit of a battle further down the order. Mick Doohan 0.8 of a second behind Kevin Schwantz. This race quite possibly has the hallmarks of a slow and somewhat challenging race. We'll see how things get on when as we exit Musée for the 3rd time of asking. McWilliams is quite far ahead. Not too far to be the point of that we might not be able to chase him down. I don't know what fuel we're looking at yet, but I'm sure that I didn't put any extra fuel on, so there's really not much extra I can burn. And of course I will not try and burn any extra fuel until the latter stages of this Grand Prix, just in case Mick Doohan or anyone from behind tries to pinch our podium spot. Into Shimano buff, braking very hard, leaning left, or not much left, because obviously the old school braking style and turning style, they don't really chuck the leg out or really lean. different to use. I like it as well because obviously look how high up Schwantz is sitting compared to what we're used to in Ride 4 and even the modern day of MotoGP. Turn 13 coming up in a moment's time. Can't really say we're closing in. We are, but not really, because look at the speed and the exit that McWilliams will get. It's much more precise than what we're doing. We are 0.6 of a second behind the Aprilia man, which is a fantastic race for him so far. Really, really good stuff. But we're going to have to really pull our finger out here and chase him down as we exit Dunlop into turn 3. Get ready to flick it right for turn 4. On the rumble strip if you want to, but we didn't do it that time. Underneath the Dunlop sign, turn 5. Ooh, a little bit on the grass there. Cutting up the very, very, very beautiful grass. That's probably someone's just laid down seeds not so long ago. As we exit La Chapelle into Musée just in a moment's time. We'll be braking earlier this time, so I don't want to really be going too wide there. I also want to try and get the speed right on the exit. Nice, tight corner that was. He was hooked in quite beautifully, hitting the apex, focusing on the rider ahead. Braking very late for Garage Vert. We're going to go wide onto the outside of the track. No penalty will be given because, of course, we actually lost time there. We did not gain an advantage. But I am curious now to see how far everyone else is behind because this has had a bit of a turnaround. This lap has been good for Schwantz. As Arbe and the championship leader, as Schwantz has made a huge gaff there. Big mistake there from the American. He's reeling McWilliams in, but when mistakes like that occur, you just lose all that lead that you've just tried to develop. But we will continue to push forward and see how we get on with this Grand Prix. The number 34 is definitely pursuing McWilliams now. Touch the rumble strip there on the exit. We're in the slipstream. Oh, if I can only stop this bike from wheeling, it's really treacherous on the wheelies. It just loves it so much. We will try and go around the outside into the Dunlop corner. Pretty good so far. Into turn 3, braking nice and early. Classic block pass, not allowing McWilliams to fight back. And that is Schwantz now up into second place. So we started finished third place in Jerez. We could potentially finish second here, which is not bad. And I'm not mad at that if we can sustain second place. Of course, the only thing I don't want to be doing is coming off the podium. But in second place, as it stands, if Wayne Rainey still finishes in the same spot where he is now, Kevin Schwantz will be a championship leader, so bear that in mind. We're here for the long run. This is a marathon, not a sprint race, so we're looking ahead towards the championship, even though it is only 12 races long. Braking into Garage Vert, another little mistake. These little minor details, these little minor mistakes that I kept making have to be fixed. We have to get better, and we have to be focusing more on this Grand Prix and giving Kevin Schwantz the best possible chance for a victory in this Classic Championship. As we go into Shimano Buff, turn it right, get ready to touch the apex on the outside here, and then get ready to brake once more as you see the Ferris wheel in the background. For the S Blurs, pretty nice so far, and then for the Blue S for turn 12, nice. Getting closer and closer to Crivier now. This could potentially be an interesting finish as Schwantz a little bit too eager there on the rear brake, sliding it too much. I think I'd geared down too much as well, which caused the bike to be out of shape a little bit. 1.7 seconds to your race leader, Alex Crivier. Alex Crivier obviously desperate for a good result after crashing out on the starting lap in Jerez just a week ago. And we flick it right for turn 4. Biaggi, Gardner still battling, still swapping places for 12th and 13th place respectively, as Lawson and Rossi begin to do battle in 7th and 8th. A 10th gained for Alex Crivier and a 10th loss for Kevin Schwantz. Looks like Jerry McWilliams is struggling to get onto the podium here. He is getting chased down by Mick Doohan and co, so it's going to be difficult for him to try and maintain this level of speed that Schwantz and Crivier is putting in. But I've got to be honest with you, Crivier is putting in that speed that not even Schwantz can touch. Crivier is just killing it. He is doing extremely well, the number 3 man. Lap 6 of 9, so we've got a couple more laps to go, and it could very well be where we are now, could be the finish. I don't see us catching Alex Crivier unless he makes a mistake, or unless we make a huge mistake there. I guess that's it. Alex Crivier 1.4 seconds ahead up the road. It's a lot to ask, and we do go wide into the Blue S's once more. I think that could be it. We will do it our best and we'll keep pushing forward, but it's going to be difficult as Wayne Rainey is actually fighting for 4th place. hopefully Doohan can hold him off, and if he finishes 5th, then we will take the podium and the championship lead. But I'm not sure if it'll be able to sustain it if he keeps passing them, as McDoohan actually made a bit of a lunge there on Jerry McWilliams. Norikabe, Eddie Lawson battling out further behind just as well. Doohan and McWilliams battling again. Obviously, Doohan needs a massive result today after Kevin Schwantz unfortunately took him out in the last Grand Prix. Breaking into La Chapelle. Gone for a wide line there. I don't think it's going to really benefit us too much, but it's definitely worth trying when you're losing so much time. Mick Doohan did in fact get past Jerry McWilliams, so unfortunately the British rider will not take the podium, as McWilliams is now falling behind Rainey, the current championship leader, which is probably not going to last much longer if we stay the way things are right now. Breaking into Garage Vert for the 7th time of asking. Hold it right. Get ready to pull the throttle down. Brilliant stuff. Oh, just avoid the wheelie. It's so difficult to stop this bike from wheeling. It just absolutely loves to doing it. We've got to keep pushing forward, making sure that front end doesn't like to pop up. But what I do find when I'm playing MotoGP 20 compared to Ride 4 is the throttle's not very responsive. So it feels like you're putting quite a bit of throttle on and the bike doesn't move. So you put a little bit more on and the bike wheelies. It's difficult to find the balance. Ride 4 does it quite a lot better, but of course you are talking about different beasts when playing Ride 4 to MotoGP 20. And of course, add in the fact that this is a classic bike as well. But so far, so good, as Alex Crivier takes even quicker lap with a 1:33.664. Unfortunately, our lap was 3/10 down on the Spaniard, so we will not be chasing him down anytime soon on this penultimate lap. Now breaking into turn 4 as we flick it right. Beautiful stuff. Eddie Lawson is now ahead of Jerry McWilliams. Jerry McWilliams, he has just fallen off a cliff. He was in the podium battle. It's even 2nd place for quite a while. But unfortunately now, a bit of stutter there as well. So has someone gone down? Or is that only a Ride 4 thing? Remember that was quite bad on Ride 4. I think I had it a lot in MotoGP 19 or 20. Especially when you entered the pits or someone crashed. I don't remember. I think it was more so for entering the pits on qualifying. But we had a terrific qualifying and I was poised for a victory today. But unfortunately it looks like it's not going to come. But I'm still pleased, very, very pleased with the result if we can maintain 2nd place. I do love the AI difference on this game compared to Ride 4. It is so competitive. And of course today I just wasn't competitive enough. I need to get back into the thick of things, start getting more and more adapted to these bikes, and fingers crossed I can deliver a victory for the DrAce fans. So great time to mention if you haven't done already. It's a good time to subscribe. So hit that like button and subscribe if you wouldn't mind doing so. The impact on the channel is quite massive. And I'm raring and ready to get to 900 subscribers, so I'd be very grateful if you could assist me on that one. So we've gone a little bit wide into turn 13 and for record them on. A little bit off, but final lap now. All we've got to do is just focus on finishing this Grand Prix. We have a lap and a half of fuel remaining. We'll bump it up to 2, but I don't think that'll be enough. We need power up to level 3 to chase down Alex Crivier. He has been terrific. And we do go wide into turn 3 just after the Dunlop curve. So it's probably not great. Best to focus on the race that we have now opposed to the race that we could have been. So next time out, got another classic round for you. Cannot wait to do the next Grand Prix. That might be coming a little bit earlier than I expected. So of course I don't know how many weeks we've got left till MotoGP 21, but I do hope to get this series complete and ready for MotoGP 21. So guys, I hope you're enjoying this one so far as well, because this has been brilliant. I've not even realised that we're on to the final lap already, and this has been a terrific Grand Prix. I've really enjoyed commentating on these MotoGP videos. If anything, the MotoGP videos come to me more naturally than the Ride 4 videos, because you're talking about real races, and I know bits about the races, I know the nationality, where they're from, etc. So it's somewhat special, as Max Biaggi and Norikabe have a good old ding-dong for 8th and 9th place as well. Seems to be a lot of battles occurring behind us, which is good for the commentary, and it also makes this Grand Prix a lot more interesting, as the fans are going to be cheering Alex Crivier over the line in just a moment's time, as Kevin Schwantz is going to be a little bit perplexed, but he can't be too mad because the 2nd place and the championship lead is the bigger picture. So all hail Alex Crivier winning the French Grand Prix, round 2 of this classic championship. Alex Crivier wins, Kevin Schwantz 2nd, and I'm not sure who's going to get 3rd place yet, but we'll find out in a moment's time. So as mentioned, Crivier wins, Schwantz seconds, Doohan just hung on for 3rd place, Lawson 4th, Jerry McWilliams 5th, Rossi 6th, Rainey 7th, Arbit 8th. And that means Kevin Schwantz is your championship leader by a tiniest of margins, which is only 2 points. Alex Crivier benefited massively by getting the win. He is now just 3 points behind. So a terrific race. I'm really pleased with the result on that one. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell if you haven't done already. It's the best place to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note guys, thank you very much for watching and I'll see you next time. Ciao for now. Oh hi! Didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.